Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Queen Gaming. It's Sunday Mountain Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with the Let's Play episode of Just Friends. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alrighty. Oh yeah, that's true. Interestingly, you can find feral tigers if you go to the forest in some countries, right? I wonder if a feral tiger would attack you. He stops again, reflecting. I had this curiosity. They will. The originals, as we call them, aren't evolved enough to be able to reason. They just act on instinct. If they see a human, they see prey. If they see a humanoid tiger beast, they will see a prey or another male trying to invade their turf, so they will attack. Feral tigers are creatures who live alone, and a male only lets females in the circle he marks as his territory. If another male gets closer to the first male there, they will fight for the territory. It's kind of sad, but that's how they live. I look at the windows and close my eyes to reflect on what he said. I agree with him. No one knows how animals evolved and became sentient just like humans. All we know from storybooks is that 1,000 years ago, give or take, a war started, and after the war, and the aftermath of that war, beast people started to appear. The history is vague, and no one can say for sure what happened, but before that war, beast people were non-existent with the exception of mythology of some cultures. After that, so much time passed. Yeah, it sounds like there was an experiment. Yep, experiment to create, like human-animal soldiers or whatever. That's what it sounds like. Humans tried to turn those kinds of people into slaves. More wars and a lot of stuff happened. It was only years ago, 50 years to be precise, the International Institute proved that beast people are just like humans, who evolved from monkeys. We all share similar DNA in the end. We're all sentient. But way before that discovery, around 500 years ago, the humans started to deal a little better with beast people. And somehow, instead of killing each other, we live in harmony now. But if you look back, it took so much time and effort. Back in the 80s, there were so many social differences. Humans wouldn't go to a beast restaurant. Beast people wouldn't go to human cafes, for example. I'm glad we came to a point where we all can live in harmony somehow, even if it's not perfect. I open my eyes and look at him again, his gleaming blue eyes fitting me, curiosity showing on them. It's interesting, right? Even if we evolved from other animals, even if we are so different, we are so similar, and we still have those animals here in the world, so we can see from where we did come from. Yep, science is amazing. At least I have something else to embrace instead of thinking that this is all the work of God. I prefer to think it's the planet's work. Sounds better. A god can be used for your personal ideals, to try to make other people feel inferior, to try and kill other people, to create fear of the unknown, and to control them through that fear after all. But if you think that nature just evolves and one day everything we build will be overridden by that same power, I feel a lot better. I look around the bar, thinking about history, about how stuff happened and how we came to this point. It's so complicated. There are researchers all over the world trying to discover what triggered that mass evolution that made almost all species to be sentient and become bipeds like humans were before the Great War of the unknown past. Coffee time. Need that coffee. Oh, give me that sip, girl. Ah, don't spill. Don't spill, you slut. Okay. Alright. There's a theory that says humans were killing the planet ecosystem, so in a way their species somehow triggered a mass evolution, and one day a ton of beast-like humans started to appear. Other theories are darker and talk about demonic rituals, and even the scientists did DNA research in humans, turning them into beasts. But none of those are true since the beast people appeared around 1,000 years, give or take a few decades. There are not that many that were found from that time. Most of the culture and knowledge from the past was wiped out. So there's no way to know what happened. Hell, we've lost even information if the humans that existed before were advanced enough to have electricity. But I'm just glad that we can talk like this. I'm glad to be born in a time where I can talk to these amazing people that are so different in so many ways, but are so human. Oh, look, the waiter's coming. That single phrase makes a big smile surge into his handsome face. I can't stop myself from feeling happy just by looking at his handsome face, all happy. The waiter, a lady again. Have I mentioned that it seems there are only females working as waiters here? This time a cougar brings us the drinks. For me, a bottle of water that I say she can just let on the table instead of serving me. For Carnal, his glass of whiskey. Simple but beautiful in a way. Cougar gives the big tiger a wink and a smile, and she drops a bottle of water for him and an empty glass to pour the water in. She also takes all the empty glasses we already used, and it's still on the table, and she says to the tiger, "The water is on me, handsome. Try not to drink too much, okay? You might be able to enjoy some good things in life if you can't remember them down the line, don't you think?" She smiles at him and he gives her a smile back. Is she just trying to hit on him, or am I reading too much into it? Not to speak about the sexy voice she just used right now, the low tone in her voice. I drink my wine to avoid staring at them, but I can't stop giving them side glances. He just gives her a wink and a big smile. Thank you for the advice. I'll keep that in mind. She gives him a good look before she walks away. She is truly a beautiful cougar. The uniform fits her body perfectly. Look at the tiger smiling to his drink now, licking his lips. And I had to put my hand over my mouth to stifle a laugh now. He looks at me confused. What's so funny, little guy? I look at him, and I try to calm down. Sorry, I don't want to be rude. It's just, if you were giving this mischievous look you were giving your whiskey now to the waiter, I'm sure she would drop to the ground right here in ecstasy. I don't know if you have noticed, every waiter that came here right now keeps looking at you, and now even free water you got. Not to talk about that, she clearly hit on you. And I have to say, water is the least expensive thing here, but it is expensive nonetheless. Now I'm in doubt if you taking your shirt out would make them ask you to leave or would earn you the entire menu of drinks. He looks at me and grins. Ha! I'm used to it. Every time I go to a bar, I have someone buying me something. But I'm not a rude tiger. I would never hit on her while I have good company with me. You know? Doing so would make me a jerk with the person who's given me their time to talk to me. Don't get me wrong, if the conversation wasn't good, I would have left already. Oh, good to know. What a considerate tiger you are. I say it with a smile, but I can feel my face getting warm. He's such a player. Now, don't get me wrong, little guy, but the only reason I'm with my shirt open is that I'm feeling hot today. Well, you are drinking alcohol. This kind of drink warms your body, you know. That's just normal. I'm glad they let you stay comfortable here. I don't think you being with your shirt like this could be a problem, though. Oh, you're glad. So, you like the look of the you like to look at this tiger's abs? He gives me another big grin, and I just blush again. I've dug my grave here, didn't I? No, you're showing them, right? His grin widens. Well, you're not wrong. If you want, I can look at the window, and you can even take a very good look with me without me looking back at you. I know you're trying to not to make me uncomfortable. I look at the wide grin on his muzzle. He's having fun, that's for sure. Well, that's not necessarily true. You are a handsome tiger. You have a nice body. You must have trained a lot to get to this point, and I'm sure you enjoy it when people admire it, but I'm also sure it can be boring after some time, right? I'm not saying I don't like what I see. I'm saying I like more to pay attention to what you say and what you do, not how you look right now, so I take a deep breath. I could just take his offer, but I'm better than this. I'm not a horny guy. I'm not trying to be one. So, you don't need to do that, and I won't keep looking at your abs like a creeper here, man. His grin dissolves into a more calm expression, and then it turns into a big smile. Okay, then. Noted. You like more of the other contents I can give you than just the good eye candy I can provide you. For free, I might add. That says a lot about your character. I sigh. Sometimes I don't know if you're happy or downright messing with me. Well, if I was so easier to read, we wouldn't be having such good conversations, right? It's better when we don't know what to expect. I could say the same to you. Sometimes I think you're going to say a thing, and you say the opposite, in a good way. Well, thank you, I guess. He chuckles and drinks some more of his whiskey. How can he do that the entire time here without getting drunk? I think I'm wondering a lot. Then again, I don't mind. He looks comfortable, sexy, and just relaxed around me. That's what matters. The eye candy, I can have some every now and then. I don't need to be so desperate as half the waiters here. I look around the bar, then at my clock. It's almost 6 already. Time usually flies when we're having a good day, but this is ridiculous. 1 second, y'all. It is water time. Coffee time, I mean. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Okay. The bar is busier than before. Some people have left and new ones are getting in. The tiger's quiet now, drinking his whiskey, looking around just like me, but I can see he's pouring some water on another glass, which makes me happy. He doesn't want to get too drunk, which is good. I don't see why someone should be drunk and waste their time here. So it's been almost 5 hours that I've had lunch, but I'm not the type of guy who eats too much at night. I'll order something at room service later. As I stop thinking to myself, I can see the big tiger is looking at me now. So, what are you thinking, man? Finished your wine? You've been quiet for a while now. I take the wine bottle out of the ice bucket and I can see some liquid inside. There's some left. And I'm just chilling a bit, looking around just like you. Good, good. I'm thinking here about ordering something for us to eat, you know, as a thank you for the glass of wine from earlier. Oh, I don't think you need to worry about it. But I will, and there's nothing you can do. So... Excuse me. He raises his paw and the waiter comes right away to talk with him. I swear they just want to check on this tiger closely, aren't they? The place is crowded, but even so, they come right away as soon as he raises his paw. He asks her for the menu, and she gives him one that she was holding. Then she keeps there looking at him with her little notepad and pen in her hands, waiting for him to say what he wants while she just keeps staring at him. He looks at the menu a little, and I know that the section for snacks was really small. He then looks at me, kind of ignoring the waiter who's looking so intensely at his body and face. So, the best thing I can offer you is cheese. They also give us ham and other small stuff, but I think these 3 types of cheese cubes with some lemon slices should do the trick. Are you in for it? In for it. Who wouldn't like cheese? Would be like Charlie. In for it. Who wouldn't like cheese? He gives me one of those lady killer smiles he has. Someone should not be this handsome. Holy God. Cool, that's what I like to hear. There's a lot of types here to choose from. Some of them are a little exotic, maybe. Is there any particular cheese you don't like? Blue cheese. It's funny, because I actually really love blue cheese. Blue cheese, don't make me eat those. I don't like the smell. It's just like, old socks or something. He chuckles. It is an acquired taste in the end, just like black coffee without sugar. You tend to enjoy it the older you get. Oh, you're trying to use this as an excuse for you to call yourself old, right? Ha! I am old, kiddo. The waiter looks at the tiger, and she smiles, and he, of course, notices it. I'm sorry, sweetheart, I'm making you wait, right? I'm sure you would prefer to be doing other things rather than hearing this little chat, right? She smiles. Oh, of course not, sir. Don't worry about me. But if I may say, I have to agree with your friend. You don't look old at all. Mature is the word you may want to use. He just grins, and I get a little annoyed about the way he grins at her. Oh, no. I may be old, but I know how to care for my looks. Anyway, sweetheart, would you care to take notes about these? He points a big finger over some section of the menu. She bends over a little to read the one she's pointing and take her notes. The way she bends at him with her face is right next to him. He says in a low voice something that makes her chuckle. She takes her notes, and after quite a long time, she goes away, looking at the tiger, and probably way too wet for being in this bar right now. I look at the tiger who's smiling at me now. Playboy. Hide your women, y'all. That tiger's gonna get them. I look at the tiger who's smiling at me now. Do you think she would give me some free water, too? I look at him with a serious expression on my face. I respond with a calm voice, though. I'm sure she would give you a lot of stuff, Tiger. Probably some new pups if you continue this way. I sigh, and he just puts a grin on his big furry face again. Hey now, don't be mad. I'm sure there are lots of waiters looking at your cute face too, you know. You just need to learn how to use what you have to get what you need. I just sigh again. Okay, I guess. I don't like the way he talks, though. I personally want to look at my face, he's already doing that, but right now I want to kick him under the table. I think he gets that, because the smug grin becomes a huge smile. I'm sure you'll like what they will bring back. Oh, yeah, me too. I just hope it's not a waterfall, because I'm sure that waiter is so wet right now she could inundate this bar. He chuckles and taps the table. Maybe I did too much to her then. I'm gonna be more careful next time. We don't want anyone accusing me of sexual harassment or something like that, right? I'm glad you get the picture, big guy. Frankly, you're a menace to all the females in this place. Be careful with that. He grins again. Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Alright, y'all. I'm actually gonna pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for what I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silver. Thank you going above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks to our 3 gold tier patrons, Zeke, Toby, and Blue Wolf Alpha. Y'all are awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all Run Safe for Work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!